Time now for another guest gameplay, which this time I'm playing Hollywood Squares for the NES with Rob Constantine. And we're going to play until we win him a car. I'm going to be this guy. Rob's taking on Mary. 9 celebrities are Mark, May, Mike, Beth, Eddie, Pam, Daz, Val, and Dean. I'm going to start things off with Eddie. Here's Eddie's question. True or false, university scientists recently crossed a firefly with a tobacco plant. It's the first self-start cigarette. True? I agree. It's true. So, X gets the square. Let's see who Mary picks. Mark. Here's Mark's question. In 1992, what will draw worldwide attention to Barcelona, Spain? The world's largest bullfight? Summer Olympics. Mary disagrees. It's the Summer Olympics, so X gets the square. Dean for the win. True or false? According to the World Book, at the Colosseum in ancient Rome, winning gladiators often participated in a game remarkably similar to the dating game. It was called Kiss My Chariot. False. No, it's true. So X gets the square and the win. Alright. Mary starts this secret square round. If either Rob Constantine or his opponent picks the secret square that is correct, he or she will win a cool prize. Anyways, Mary starts with Mark, and here's Mark's question. According to etiquette expert Elizabeth Post, what's the earliest one should leave a dinner party? As soon as the meal has settled to your throat. As soon as dessert has been served. Mary agrees. No, you should not leave until 1 hour after dinner is over. X gets a square. How about we pick Eddie? David only need 1 stone to kill that big guy Goliath. Where did it hit him? Where it hurts most probably. On the forehead? I agree. Uh-huh. X gets the square. Mary picks. Oh, and she finds secret square. Dean for the block. If someone tells another person that he has bats in his belfry, what is he trying to say? Bela Lugosi is living in his attic? He is a little weird, maybe even crazy. Mary disagrees, but that's actually right, so she loses the holiday. I have to pick Dean for the win once again. According to Ladies' Home Journal, the average cost of doing it for 18 years is $199,650. Doing what? Making Johnny Carson's monthly alimony payments? Paying off a $100,000 home? I disagree. Raising a child to age 18. X gets the square and the win! Mary gets to start this next round. Where are we going to start, Mary? Eddie. Question. According to Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, besides grinning all the time, the Cheshire Cat could do something else more that made him unique. What? He could empty his own litter box. Vanish at will. Mary disagrees, but that's right. So X gets the square, and I'm going to pick Daz. Here's Daz's question. According to Fortune magazine, what was the hottest selling toy fad of 1986? Scale model airplane parts, which you kids sell to Iran. Garbage pail kids? No, I disagree. Laser gun toy called laser tag. X gets the square. Let's see who Mary goes with. Mike for the block. Here's Mike's question. 11% of all Americans said it was the greatest invention of all time. What is it? The waterbed. The wheel. Mary agrees. It's the wheel. So circle gets the square. And I'm going to go with Val for the block. To someone in China, what are oolong and woolong? Basketball stars. High government officials disagree. Kinds of tea. So X gets the square. Let's see who Mary picks. May for the block. True or false? Mistletoe is actually a parasite whose berries may be poisonous to people. Only if your wife catches you under with a dynamite-looking redhead. False. Mary agrees. It's true, actually. I'm going to go with, once again, Dean for the win. Adam and Eve wore the world's first clothes. What were they made of? Designer foliage? Wool? Disagree. Skins of animals. X gets the square and the win. And Rob goes for the car. I wonder which key we should pick. Key 4. Which car do you think will the key fit in? Let's go for this car. Key 4, car 4. Let's see if that fits. Nope. Guess we'll have to give it another try until we win. This time we take on Val. 9 celebrities are Mike. This time the 9 celebrities are Mark, Pam, Dean, Beth, Sam, Liz, Joe, May, and Mike. Let's start with Sam. Here's Sam's question. True or false? There's a version of Vogue magazine for dogs called Doe that features ads for Kennel Number 5 perfume and fashions by Yves Saint Bernard. And a clipping service by the Russian barber Orlov. True. Agreed. X gets the square. Let's see who Val picks. Mark. Here's Mark's question. You've just spilled red wine on the carpet. What will happen if you pour white wine on the stain? It'll have a very grateful carpet. It will help remove it. Val disagrees, but that's right. So circle gets the square there. Once again, let's go with Mike for the win. In China, when does your host know that you have had enough to eat? When rice starts coming out your ears. You push your plate away? No, I disagree. You lay your chopstick across the plate. X gets the square and the win. Val gets to pick first. This one's the secret square round. Once again, who's Val going to start with? Sam. Sam's not the secret square, but here's his question. When is the best time to apply an antiperspirant? After you finish dessert? Immediately after showering? Val agrees. That's right. Circle gets a square. Let's pick Joe. Oh, and I found the secret square! Here's Joe's question. American Health Magazine tells us that the best thing you can do is preserve your skin is what? Keep it in the freezer? Stay out of the sun. I agree. That's right. X gets the square. And Rob wins a holiday in New York for this gameplay. We're going to continue on until we get a car. Anyways, Val picks Mark, and here's Mark's question. In the National Football League, when the referee holds his arms straight out away from his body, it means what? He's sleepwalking. Backfield in motion. Val disagrees. Timeout. Circle gets a square. And I'm going to go with Mike for the block. According to USA Today, do most happily married couples tell each other everything? Only those curious about divorce. No. Happily married couples stress the upbeat and downplay the negative. I agree. X gets a square on the block. Let's see. Val picks May to block. Okay. Here's May's question. According to Pfluger Taxidermy in Hallandale, Florida, where sport fishing is king, what is the most popular fish to mountain stuff? Gefilte fish? Sailfish. Val agrees. Sailfish. So, circle gets a block. I'll block with Pam. True or false? According to the World Book, a sitz mark is the impression a skier makes in the snow when he falls. Only if he has pimples. True? I agree. X gets the block there. Oh boy. Val picks Dean. True or false? For most people, one foot is larger than the other. And that's why I usually put one in my mouth. True. Val disagrees, but that's right, actually. So X gets the square. Beth for the win. Can you get anything by trying to mate a pheasant with a chicken? Usually a room full of feathers and some wonderful snapshots. A peacock, no, thicken, so I disagree. Yes, something called thicken. X gets a square and the win! Val gets to start this next game. Val picks Sam. According to Greek mythology, who was the first woman on Earth? George Burns' mother? Venus. Val disagrees. Pandora. She was created by Zeus, so circle gets a square. Mark. According to the New Testament, we are all born with original sin. What is the only thing that can remove it? Watching Highway to Heaven? Living a good life? No, I disagree. Baptism. X gets the square. Val picks Dean. A house divided against itself cannot stand is a well-known phrase. Where did it originate? At a home builders convention. The Declaration of Independence. Val disagrees. It's the Bible, so circle gets a square. Joe for the block. When a person is held against his will, he's been kidnapped. When a sailor is held against his will and forced to work on a ship, he's been what? A guest star on the Love Boat. Press game. No. Shanghai. So X gets the block. Let's see who Val picks. Liz for the block. According to the Journal of American Medical Association, do most patients prefer their doctor to wear a white jacket? Preferably without the blood stains. No. Val agrees? Yes was the correct answer. I'm going to have to get the square myself. I'll pick Liz for the win. At a very formal dinner, what do you use the little fork for? Goosing the hostess? It's for the fish, oysters, lobsters, or gefilte. I agree. All right! Rob wins again. This time we'll choose a different... Let's choose this one now. Hopefully this works. Still won't fit? That's weird. Let's give it another try. May is the opponent this time. This time we got Mark, Val, Sam, Liz, Daz, Ruth, Dean, Sue, and Joe as our celebrities this time around. We'll start in the middle with Daz. True or false? The Miami Indians settled in Miami Beach and built large, elaborate wigwams for other Indians to stay in while they were visiting. Oh, yes, they were called condominiums. False? I agree. It is false, so X gets the square. Let's see who May goes with. Mark. What was first made in Egypt over 3,000 years ago by mixing fruits with nuts and honey? The famous granola pyramids. Cereal. May disagrees. It's candy. Circle gets a square. Let's pick Ruth. True or false? According to the National Opinion Research Center, 1 out of every 3 Americans now claims to be clairvoyant. I had a feeling you'd ask me that one. True. I agree. Got it. X gets the square. Let's see who May goes with. Liz to block. Okay. Question. According to Greek mythology, Cerberus, the dog who guarded the gates of Hades, had something that most dogs don't have. What was it? A built-in pooper scooper. Eyes in the back of its head. Mary agrees. No, 3 heads. Gonna have to earn this one myself. I'm gonna go with Liz for the win. According to the World Book, why did the ancient Egyptians bury their dolls? Because they all cried, "Mummy!" To play house with? No, I disagree. To act as servants in the next world. X gets the square and the win! Whew. May gets to start this next round. We're going to go into the secret square game. Let's see who May starts with. Daz. Here's the question. Who was the first person to walk in space? Edward White, Alexei Leonov, or Yuri Gagarin? Why wasn't it Dr. Timothy Leary? Yuri Gagarin. Mary agrees, but it's actually Alexei Leonov. X gets a square. Sam. In the Bible, what famous thing was made out of gopher wood? Saint Pinocchio? Noah's Ark? Yes, I agree. X gets a square, and we'll see who May goes with. Oh, and she gets the secret square. Dean, for the blocked. True or false? When buying fresh fish, the best way to tell if it is fresh is to stare into its eyes. If it is really fresh, it'll wink back at you. May thinks it's true. She disagrees, so she lost the holiday. Dean for the win. In the Bible, who is described as just a man but perfect in his generation? He walked with God. God's caddy. Moses. No, it's Noah, so I disagree. Alright, May gets to start this next round. Starting with Daz. Okay? Question. Madame Marie Curie was the first woman to ever win it. What? The Miss Radium pageant? Nobel Prize. May agrees, and that's right. Circle gets a square. Let's pick Joe. True or false? By age 50, 95% of all people have eyesight too poor to drive a car without wearing glasses. They made the other 5% nervous wrecks. False? No. True. X gets the square. Let's see who May goes with. Mark. What was the relationship between Peter Pan and Tinkerbell? Do you mean according to the book or according to the National Enquirer? Brother and sister. May disagrees. Just friends, so circle gets a square. Liz. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw that what she had done, she gave her father what? Is half of the insurance? Another one? No, 41, so I disagree. X gets the square. May picks. Sam to block. True or false? There's a new magazine on the market designed specifically to be read while you're in the bathroom. Yeah, it comes about... I've heard about that. It comes on a roll. Sam says no. Mary agrees. Yes, it was, actually. Sam for the win. Can you make soap out of peanuts? That's one way to wash an elephant's mouth. Yes, yes you can, so I'll agree. I got it! X gets the win! Alright. And he's going for another card this time around. How about this one? Hopefully this works. Still doesn't fit. Let's give it another go. Mary's back with him as an opponent. Mark, Val, same celebrities we had before. No, a bit differently. Let's start with the middle with Dean. You've been invited to someone's home for dinner at 8 o'clock. According to Miss Manners, you should never arrive after what time? No. Dessert. 8:30? No. 8:12, actually. X gets the square. Let's see who Mary picks. Mark. Why is it a good idea to put milk of magnesia on your face? So you don't turn anyone else's stomach? It opens up the pores. Mary agrees. No, it disinfects and absorbs skin oils. X gets a square, and I'm going to go with Mike for the win. True or false? Storing your pantyhose in the freezer will prolong their life. Plays hell with your varicose veins, though. It's true, so X gets the square and the win! Alright. Mary gets to go for this round. This one's the secret square round. Let's see who Mary starts with. Dean. Kringles, Stolens, Google Humps, and Hostgas are all kinds of what? 7-Eleven clerks. International baked breads. Mary disagrees. No, that's actually right. X gets a square. And I'll pick Joe. The U.S. Conference of Mayors has published the Mayor's Cookbook. What recipe did Mayor Clint Eastwood contribute to the book? A knuckle sandwich. Barbecued steak. No. Apple pie with cinnamon. X gets the square. Let's see who Mary picks. Sam for the block. Juliet Lowe started it in 1912 with 18 girls. To date, more than 50 million of them have participated. What is it? Making their husbands miserable? Girl Scouts of America. Mary agrees. That's right. Circle gets a square. Ruth. Do most Italian women say they are more romantic than their husbands? Yes, the same women also said the bandages will come off next Tuesday. No, I disagree. Yes. X gets the square. Mary picks. Mark for the block. According to syndicated medical columnists, what is it about doctors that bothers people the most? Cold hands? High prices? Mary agrees. Insensitivity. Most people find doctors uncaring. I'm going to have to go with Liz for the win. And I found the secret square! Wow! Why did British miners take canaries with them into the mines? For snacks? Their singing cheered them up. I disagree. To determine the presence of gas. X gets a square, and Rob wins a holiday in Paris. This is great. It's going pretty good so far. Mary's going to start with Mark. If your son was a Rhodes Scholar, where would he go to study? The Department of Road Maintenance at any university of his choice. Mary agrees. No to Oxford University in England. X gets a square. And I'm going to pick Dean. Is there a such thing as an ice cream headache? Yes, it happens to short people who've just opened the crowded freezer. Yes, it can be the result of eating ice cream or other too cold rapidly. I agree. X gets the square, and Mary's going to pick Mike for the block. According to top modeling agent Nina Blanchard, don't even think about trying to become a model unless you are at least 5 foot what? Wide. 7. Mary disagrees. 5'9". Circle gets the block. Let's pick Val. According to mythology, what would a mermaid do when she wanted mortal man to live with her in the sea? Slip him a fin? Drown him? I disagree. Slip a magic cap over his head so he could breathe. X gets the square. Mary picks Sam for the block. According to the World Book, when do boys usually become bigger and heavier than girls? Soon, we hope. By age 17, Mary disagrees. By age 14, Circle gets the block. Beth for the win. Lie on your back, elevate your feet, and place a wine bottle cork between your upper and lower teeth. According to Glamour magazine, why would someone do this? They're too lazy to look for a corkscrew to correct your bite. No, I disagree. To relieve tension, it relaxes jaw and face muscles. X gets the win! Hopefully we can pick a different card that we haven't went for. How about we try this one? How about we try this one? Fingers crossed. Alright! I won a car! Alright! I'm putting $2,000 in my Guest Gameplay's bank. I'll see you for my next Guest Gameplay, guys. Actually, no. $31,560 going into my Guest Gameplay's bank. See you for another gameplay, guys.